The Resource Conservation Corporation has issued a warning for this borough. Please be advised that you will be exposed to simulations of violence, death, and acts of war. Prop weapons are used with simulated gunfire, loud explosions, and flashing lights. The Resource Conservation Corporation advises you to be aware of what you might see and hear. Should you need to exit the space, you can do so from the door where you entered, but you will not be readmitted until intermission.
The Resource Conservation Corporation extends our gratitude to the crest bearers for their loyalty. The crest bearer's sacrifice keeps our resources safe and properly managed.
The Resource Conservation Corporation has marked this borough for immediate resource evaluation. Submit any resources to the crest bearers and prepare for sulfuric sweeps. Turn off all noise-making devices. No recording is permitted.
Our donors, especially members of the theater circle.
Your cooperation is noted.
In the Broken Lands? Tell me something. Would you like to hear a story?
What's a story? You've never heard a story? I don't think so.
Where has she been hiding?
Is she microchipped?
No, all right. A story is like a magical adventure that sweeps you away and takes you to mesmerizing places.
Really?
Everyone, listen up. What do you say we perform the parable for the child?
Right now? We should make a run for it.
Do you hear what's going on out there? It's not safe for us to leave with a child. Besides, everyone deserves to hear a story.
It's been so long since we told it, and we took an oath. Tell the tale, break the pattern.
Tell the tale, break the pattern.
And if we die tonight without passing it on, then the tale dies with us.
She's right. I can't remember the last time I saw a child. It must be a blessing sent from Costas. We have to pass on the teachings of the Ushama.
You want to make a child take the oath.
Tell the tale, break the pattern. Tell the tale, break the pattern. Tell the tale,
out there. But in here, it's places for the top of the show.
We don't have a set.
We have the child, and we found this theater when we needed it most.
Right.
Just
The story
like a
needs to be
child.
passed on.
But to a child?
Yes, the child will learn the tale.
This child is a miracle.
Let's settle it. Gather what we need.
We only have a few costume pieces left.
We'll share them. Is my sparkly one in there?
We have a case of makeup, everyone. Thank Costas.
These will do for a stage.
Oh, and there's an extra trunk that was left when we fled.
We'll make do. We always make do.
It's theater magic.
Well, then, it's curtains. Let's make it count. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, listen closely to the tale you're about to witness. So many have risked their lives to bring you this time and again ending tale. The secret, so sacred, it daren't be repeated, but by the few who can see far enough to find the pattern stretching out into every direction. So gather round, young and old, and listen to a tale once written in books long ago burned, in languages many years hence forgotten. It is with the utmost caution that the Tagua-Horne traveling players present the forbidden legend of Vox Populi! Once upon a time, there was a great, great nation.
A great, great nation.
Known as Atomos, and in this great nation there were powerful people and poor people.
Like the rest of us.
Some powerful people lived in floating palaces that sailed across clouds, soaring
If they break the containment circuit, it's over.
We need to check the perimeters. We'll go. Come on. We've started the tale. The oath decrees we must finish it. Okay, let's do it. Chapter 1. From bondage to spiritual faith. And so, the juries and the foolies lived in peace, if you can call it peace. The juries in their golden palaces in the clouds, and the foolies in their huts made of sticks on the earth were forced to pollinate day and night to make food that the juries would just sweep away and take into the sky.
Until one day, a great thinker,
a great prophet,
a great nobody arose and questioned. Lorena.
Yes, Lorena. A nobody with the mind of Earth's greatest who was wasting away as an enslaved girl. And at only 15 years old, during the 15th year, during the time of Lorena, looked up at the sky and asked for more.
We need a Lorena. Where's my Landra? My Landra always plays Lorena.
You didn't hear.
My Landra's gone. She didn't make it through the last calling.
My Landra has given her life to the tale. You must play Lorena now.
Me? Yes. You know the lines.
No, I can't be. I'm not.
Come on. You know it.
You must.
You learn from the best.
Take this. But I just. Do you know the song? The song Closer?
Do you know it?
Of course. Then it shall be done. Among the stick people dancing their dances of joy in the mud was one young woman who looked up at the sky and wanted more. She had heard of these mythical butterflies all her life and wondered what else might exist out there beyond the horizon. And now, the Teffelgard traveling players proudly present a reenactment of the prophet Lorena, singing her legendary cry for the freedom to visit the clouds. Closer.
They say butterflies can change from a worm to a cocoon.
Tell the tale, break the pattern.
Tell the tale, break the pattern. Tell the tale, break the pattern. Tell the tale, break the pattern. Tell the tale, break the pattern.
Although she dreamed that she'd one day get the chance to fly with cherries in the sky,
Fully sits back. She was doomed to pollinate the earth.
Or was she? You see, Lorena was determined to see the world from above.
And with a mind like hers,
She decided that she would.
or at least she'd die trying.
go ahead.
I don't know the lines. Go on, please.
You know the gist.
Come on. I don't care what it costs me. I have to get up there to the heavens.
So she began to experiment with ways in which she might.
I know. I'll just climb as many trees as I can.
But she couldn't get to the clouds.
I'll just build a ladder as far as I can reach.
But that didn't work either.
The foolies wondered what she might be up to.
Why does Lorena want to go up to the clouds?
I mean, really? What's up there in the palaces of the Shuries anyway?
Infuriated with her failed attempts.
Until she had a brilliant idea. I'll build myself wings, like butterflies. Wings made of branches from the inaqua trees.
The other foolies laughed as she tested her design.
Lorena just fell out of a tree.
I'm fine!
Lorena just jumped off that roof.
Lorena just jumped off that cliff!
I'll survive!
But the foolies were policed by the juries through armed soldiers who were neither foolie nor jury. Armed soldiers known only to them as consultants.
The consultants took notice of the ruckus and decided to punish the foolies in their camps in the sticks.
This insolence must come to an end!
No rations until the troublemakers are turned in.
And no day's rest.
The consultants must be stopped. They beat us every day.
They only do what the juries tell them to. It's the juries who must be stopped. They enslave us.
Or perhaps Lorena should be stopped. We can't take this torture much longer.
The foolies urged Lorena's guardian, Shabastia the Wise, that's me, to put an end to all this dreaming before they all paid the ultimate price.
But Shabastia the Wise, don't you want to know what's up in the clouds? Don't you ever wonder why they get to sail up there while we're stuck here in the mud?
The mud is where we belong, sister. Among the sticks, among our own people.
But how do you know if you've never been to the sky?
I don't need to know. It lays beyond my home to know where my home is.
But don't you want to fly? I dream, Shabastia, I dream of flying like the butterflies in all the stories of the ancient ones before us, sister.
Butterflies aren't real, Lorena. They are creatures invented by fools. Our home is here in the mud.
And now, it is with great pleasure that the Templegard Traveling Players present another reenactment of the prophet Shabastia the Wise, proclaiming their legendary sage advice, their internalized ode of oppression.
Maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason. Your eyes on the door and your head is in the clouds, always waiting for a change in the season. Short colors fade, short kids grow old, short time goes on and on regardless of it. Short waters rage, short nights grow cold, and you won't always get a pick where you end up. You gotta lend a hand, and riches always end up with the wealthy. But you can't buy a heart with all the money in the world. Enjoy that you're young and you're healthy. Sure hills erode, sure planets spin, sure stars burn out a million light years away. Sure stones corrode, sure men will sin, but you can rise above the evils in this world if you just bloom where you're planted. Stand with your feet on the ground. The seed's gonna fall, yeah, it's gonna fall. You gotta bloom anyhow.
But there's nothing wrong with wanting more from this life.
Don't talk like that.
There's nothing wrong with wanting more from this life.
I'm warning you.
There's nothing wrong with wanting more from this life.
But maybe if you open your eyes, you'll find that you can bloom where you're planted. Stand with your feet on the ground. The seed's gonna fall where it's gonna fall. The seed's gonna fall where it's gonna fall. The seed's gonna fall where it's gonna fall. You gotta bloom. You gotta bloom where you're planted.
As far as Loretta thought, she was planted in the ground as a foolie, and to bloom to her was to go to the golden palaces in the sky as a jury.
Now, foolies weren't allowed in the sky.
Yet.
But
We aren't allowed yet. But I can change that if I bloom into who I'm meant to be. Atta girl.
You're doing really good.
I'll keep building wings until I perfect their design.
And one day, she did.
She did?
She did. She climbed up the tallest peak in the sticks of their slums and called in every one of her sisters and fellow foolies to witness her great feat.
Oh, the monologue.
Oh, you can do it, sweetie.
I believe in you.
Just try.
Sisters, all of my brethren, if we are to ever have a life worth living here in the mud, we must change our circumstances. We can change if we try. Just as the butterflies and bees from the stories of our childhood changed. The butterflies from wiggly creatures in the dirt to flying majesties in the sky. And the bees from common workers into queens. We must stand up to the gods in the clouds and demand our place in the sky. For I fear the juries are not golden gods at all, but people like us who merely have never had to live in the mud with the sticks in the dirt, pollinating for a small sliver of life.
And with that, Lorena rode her flying machine into the horizon as everyone down in the sticks watched in awe of her beautiful flight.
She rose.
She shined. She sailed above them, the wind in her hair. Indeed, it seemed that maybe change truly was possible.
I'm flying. I'm flying! Wow!
But just as Lorena reached the golden gates of the juries up in the heavens, the consultants found her flying machine made of twigs from the sticks in the mud and instantly set it aflame.
No!
She's falling from the sky.
watched in horror as Lorena's flying machine burned up in the clouds, and their dreams of freedom burned with it.
Their sister from the Styx fell, flailing from the heavens, until her twisted, burned, and bruised body lay melted in the mud before them.
Was the beginning of the end of the great, great nation known as Animals. A round of applause for our Lorena!
You're amazing. Thank you.
You really are. I've always thought so.
Thank you.
What happened?
They broke in the containment circle and crossed the Yellow Bridge.
It's over.
No, it's not. Not if we leave right now.
The oath decrees we must finish the tale.
We can finish it after we escape.
To where? We're surrounded on all sides of the borough.
We can hide in the sewers again. That might work.
No, they're doing sulfuric sweeps this time.
No one will survive that.
We only have 2 gas masks left, and one of them's gotta be for the child.
This is the first place they'll look for us.
The Ushaha has already written our destinies. We will die here today.
What? We'll protect you. I promise.
We need to surrender. To save the child, she'll have to tell the tale.
That's insane.
You're free to run and break your oath, but you aren't taking a gas mask with you.
We should vote. All in favor of finishing the tale. It's settled. Chapter 2. From spiritual faith to great courage, the Animals juries had a very big problem. Lorena, 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 Lorena.
The foolies down in the mud were spreading the tale of Lorena far and wide.
Lorena, Lorena.
Lorena grew butterfly wings out of her own back and flew up into the sky.
Lorena is a true goddess, the chosen daughter of Etymos, who can reunite us with the juries in the sky.
Lorena is here to fulfill the ancient prophecy, long forgotten, that promised us a place in the palaces in the clouds.
Hundreds of years passed.
We can all build flying machines like Lorena if we try hard enough.
Over and over they built them, but over and over met Lorena's same tragic fate.
Will we ever know freedom?
Enter Reckle Rimmeth, a stubborn, fooly troublemaker.
Reckle Rimmeth, as stubborn as a stone. Reckle Rimmeth, as stubborn as a stone.
I've seen enough of my brothers and sisters die at the hands of the juries. I've had enough!
He decided if they were doomed to die in the mud, they should take the juries with them.
And in the year 387, in the time of Lorena, Reckle gathered all the police together in the great mountain of Muliascoso and made a proclamation.
Brother, sister, a life lived in chains is not a life at all. The soul of our people was dead for centuries. And if we have already died, we should not need for pollinating crops. Put down your pollinators, my sisters. The food will end, yes, but so will our slavery.
But if the foolies have no food, they'll starve like the pollinators in Breathco last year.
Yes, Yes, just like in Bruthcombe.
And so Reckle Rimeth proclaimed.
But if they starve, so will the juries in the sky. Was not Lorena sent by prophets to remind us that with our death, we'd be closer to the heavens? We have no lives for living here in the mud, and it's time we give them up and show the juries in the sky we are not their slaves!
We, the voice of the people, we demand equal treatment. Let it ring from the steeple. Live a life that is decent.
Lorena died so that we can be closer. And it is finally time that we shall be!
And thus, the Foolies began the revolution by going on strike.
And were thus punished.
Get back to work or you'll wish you were dead.
It doesn't matter if you kill us. Lorena is waiting for us on the other side.
I can't look. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. It's okay.
We, with all other choices, we shall find retribution. Take command with our voices. Raise us from destitution.
And with every hit, the Foolies only grew stronger, for they had nothing left to lose and everything to gain.
Retreat! There are so many of them!
They consulted to fail! Send every young juryman to fight the Foolies in the dirt!
And Reckle Rimeth proclaimed, brothers and sisters, attack! No longer will children be starved for the sake of progress. No longer will people be forced to laborious jobs they cannot fulfill. No longer will citizens be beaten because their crops were begun. Each person, slave or free, woman or man, will have a voice. And these are our demands.
These are our demands. These are our demands. Oh, with no other choices, join in our revolution. Fight by raising our voices. Write our own constitution.
No longer will foolies be killed for the sin of dreaming. No longer will powerful men get to extort poor workers desperate for their fill. No longer will nations be governed by tyrants unelected. Each person, slave or free, woman or man, will have a vote. And these are our demands.
We enslaved to your progress. We are fighting for mercy. Raise each voice through our protest. Strike the hand that forsakes me.
My voices will be heard.
Whoa,
Voices will be heard.
whoa,
Voices will be heard.
whoa,
Voices will be heard. And after 17 years of battles, death, and hunger,
In the dirt.
In the sky.
In the places in between.
The juries were out of options.
We have no food and no fighters. We surrender.
And in the year 404, in the time of Lorena,
The Foolies had won their freedom and forced the jury people to give up their power.
They did it! They did it!
An act not easily accomplished.
No, not easily at all. The people with power in Etmos were known as the Omitan, jury elite made up of leaders, business owners, and oligarchs who profited off the enslaved backs of people with no power.
Hey, take it easy.
When the jury cities were conquered, the Foolies gathered up all the Omata, hiding in the shadows, all of them, including families with children, and ripped their chests open to eat their hearts whole!
Hey! Stop with that. Don't listen. She's just a child.
And she needs to know, right? You want her to tell the tale, right?
Right? He's right. She needs to know. She needs to understand. Everyone needs to know.
She doesn't need to have nightmares.
How could you know and not have nightmares?
Right.
Power is not given up freely, it is taken by force!
All right! Hey. We talked about this.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. That is correct. That is correct. Power can only be taken with force. I'll go check the perimeter again. Will you? Let us not be so gloomy. We've got a story to tell.
It's Freckle Ribbon! Ah!
Right. Chapter 3. From great courage to liberty.
Henceforth, Etymos' history of sorrow, greed, violence, and pain was no more. Today, a great new nation is born. A nation where anyone, foolie or jury, woman or man, could have their voices heard. Today, we found the great new nation of a jury where everyone is free.
Wait!
Kyros Kafugi, one of the most genius minds in business that Etymos had ever known, from one of the oldest families in the Omata elite.
You have last words.
I want to help you. To help your people. You want everyone to be free, but have you even considered how? Spare me and my family, and I will ensure that you are elected the leader of Fajuri by a proper, fair election, of course. Rekkel Remeth, the man is unbreakable as stone, the only man who can ensure equality for his people. And I can help you. For what do you know about how a government is formed?
None of the foolies even knew how to read.
Don't do it!
Ladies and gentlemen, Vakos the Elder, the greatest political mind of the fallen jury government.
I do not claim to be a good man. However, I do actually care about the future of whatever society I'm leaving behind. And there's no way to help your people without a stern, educated hand. A democratic society will be too easy to manipulate.
How can this many people be manipulated?
What do your people know of building a country? You have no idea where to start. I've got experience with gilding, just let me show you how to each play your part. What you need is Vox Populi. It's the best way to be. It's a win for equality. Your vote is your voice, and the voice is democracy.
No, it's inevitable. If they have the right to vote, they will vote away their rights. If they have the right to vote, they
Foolies, who could not believe of such foolishness, laughed wildly.
All right, and Reckle Ribbons proclaimed.
If the people of Valjuri elect me to lead them, the first law of the nation shall be that no one is allowed to vote away their rights.
Brilliant.
No one is allowed to vote away their rights.
But can't you see? It's with promises like that that they give away their rights. It's with promises like that that they sacrifice their lives. Yes, they sacrifice their lives, and they sacrifice their lives.
But who among the brave foolie would give up their hard-won vox populi?
It's the best way to be. It's owing our equality. Your vote is your voice, and the voice is democracy.
It doesn't work that way. If you take away that choice, then you take away their voice. So then you let them keep their voice, but they vote away their rights. Yes, they vote away their rights, and they vote away their lives.
Maybe so, but without a vox populi,
Are we ever truly free? It's all in our equality. Your vote is your voice, and the voice is democracy.
What if they're called to use that voice, and a tyrant is their choice? So then you let them keep their voice, but they vote away their rights. Yes, they vote away their rights, and they vote away their lives.
But the people of the jury would never elect you. But since you're convinced, then it seems that you're a traitor to our nation, the jury. No. That you must be a traitor to our democracy.
And with that, Vakos the Elder was sacrificed in the square before the great golden palace in the clouds.
And all that was left for the newly born nation to do was finish the dirty duty of executing the Omata elite and electing their new democratic leaders.
That's too gross.
He's unbeatable in battle, more sturdy than a statue, quicker and stronger than a river cutting through mountains, and he was touched by the savior, Lorena. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your newly elected democratic leader, Reckle Ribbons.
You still want to wait to be caught? They broke through the containment barrier, sure, but they don't have to find us. We don't have to die.
Are we gonna die?
No. You're gonna be okay, all right? I promise. We'll protect you.
I'll protect both of you.
Bomb, or gun, or starvation, or radiation, or sulfuric sweep. This is what we've signed up for. What we're doing right now, this is the mission.
Tell the tale. Break the pattern.
Tell the tale. Break the pattern.
They care about nothing in this world, not who or what they destroy.
Are we gonna be okay?
Yes, everything's gonna be just okay. I promise, sweetie. It's okay.
I promise. It's okay, it's okay.
What do we do?
What we were always going to do. Tell the tale.
Break the pattern.
Keep us updated on their movement, yes? Whatever happens, we must save the child.
The Ushaha commands.
Will the Ushaha save us? If we pray hard enough to cost us?
Hey, I've been praying for a long time. That's gotta count for something, right?
Yeah.
If this is really the end, then I want to enjoy it. It's our duty to tell the tale, sure. But also, nothing has ever brought me more joy than the magic we create. Together.
We're a family.
A family.
This is the only family that I've ever known.
Oh, come on. We're family.
Never again. I learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, you tell him. You really gotta stop doing that. I'll tell you when you're old.
It's family. It's okay.
Tell the tale.
Break the pattern.
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 Chapter 4. From liberty to abundance. Now Rakarimith was the head of a great new nation.
A great new nation.
Known as Fajuri. And now the Tefilgar traveling players present the citizens of Fajuri.
Here in Vajuri, everyone across the land has an equal vote on who should be in power.
And the consultants have been abolished, which is so nice.
No one's policing our every move. And the Omata elite are gone, so our new economy is booming.
And my children can choose a life other than pollinating if they want.
There's new cities popping up everywhere in the mud. I'm proud to be a citizen of the new Fajuri.
I'm proud to be Fajuri Kid!
So they thrived, this great new nation.
A great new nation.
For generations. Some in the clouds and some in the dirt, and some passing freely between the two worlds.
The people of Fajuri live prosperous lives, wanting for nothing.
This abundance of life and prosperity in Fajuri will never end.
Fajuri forever!
Fajuri forever! From great curse to liberty, liberty to abundance. Abundance. Abundance.
You can't in my face, so.
Sit down. What?
But sometimes there are tensions.
Tensions?
Yes! Easy to ignore the growing tensions between the old jury and the new foolies, and the complications that went with mixing their lives and cultures.
The surviving juries resent us.
Oh, let them. Without the Omata taking more than their share, it's an age of abundance.
I mean, it's just so obvious. Our skin sparkles of gold, and theirs is so aquamarine.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say it. I miss the consultants. How will we ever get our hard-earned rights back without the consultants?
Requirement needs to reinstate the consultants. New consultants, of course. The old ones were problematic, I guess.
And tensions rose.
as a now elderly Reckle Rimeth was plagued by the echo of Vakos the Elder ringing in his ear.
Sure, we gave them the right to vote. They won't vote away their rights. 'Cause we gave them the right to vote. They never vote away their rights. Would they? No. They never vote away their rights. But would they? Would they? You gotta keep watching the story, kid.
It's not about if, kid. It's about how and why.
Why? Just watch.
Of course, there's tensions. We're a new nation. Well, you can bet we'll quell those tensions through elections, where the people of Fulguri can put their frustrations to a vote, fairly and equitably.
Because for the first 100 years of Fulguri, the people were more fair and equal than ever, in status and in wealth.
And if they didn't like the result of a vote, they could always run themselves.
Hey, I got an idea. You could play one of the losing politicians, okay? Okay, come on, follow me. And now, the Temple Guard Traveling Players present a brief and abridged version of the first 100 years of Fulguri. After Reckle Rimeth was Claudia the Careful.
What we need is to regulate the airways.
After Claudia the Careful was put to the pompous.
What we need are memorials to honor the brave.
Then tolling out this Tot and Reckle the Second.
What we need is to plan and to save.
Public guard to stand in a
And a strong social system that never decays.
Full gold, the frolicker.
And factories and fields and grains and guns.
Molly, just Molly.
And biscuits, butter, bread, baguette, and buns.
We can build a world to share, but we can't go back. No, we won't go back. Don't look back, it's a trap. Just run, 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 run.
Next up was quietly incessant. Let's plant seeds that will elevate the food chain. Next up was Elliot.
Let's make deals with our neighbors to increase our trade.
Then Victoria Axel and Telecom.
Boots of leather and ostrich and suede.
Labor unions in schools let us pay.
No relation to either.
And standards across the domain.
And how is the mighty?
And industries and pensions, drapes and
And finally, Reckle the Third.
And profit points for Simmons, Pride, and Blood.
We can build a world to share, but we can't go back. No, we won't go back. Don't look back, it's a trap. Just run, 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 run.
And so,
Run, run, run.
in the first 100 years of abundance, there was unbelievable progress, thanks to regular people like you and me, who had great ideas and felt the duty to serve.
Wise men warn that grass looks greener on the other side.
If we promise to learn from our mistakes, then we'll never misguide.
you gotta step up to take your turn.
Only way that you'll learn, we can build a
unlike the cultural changes happening around them in those first 100 years, often ran for office.
And often won, like Astapron the Astute, defeating the incumbent who is now out of a job.
Chapter 5. From abundance to selfishness. And now, the Teflgard traveling players present Astapro the Astute's astuteness.
I put Reckle the Third out of a job, and that could be me. If I want to stay in office, then the Fajuri people must stay happy. But how do I keep them happy?
His advisor was perplexed.
And what could actually make the full juries happy?
What?
Absolutely nothing. And if they'll ever actually be happy, then we just need to distract them from the fact that they're sad. I've got it!
What?
We'll throw a festival!
A festival?
A festival! For Lorena Day, where all young children can make their own flying machines and fly in a race from the dirt up to the sky!
Thinking we're butterfly wings.
Oh, perfect! So good!
And so they did.
Whoa! Did you make that yourself?
And they were happily distracted.
But why stop there? I need to keep them distracted until I'm re-elected.
And in the year 504 TOLL, on the 100th anniversary of their republic, a proclamation was made by their new, very popular Democratic elected leader, Astapro the Astute.
In honor of Reckle and all other Fajuri people who gave up their lives for this great new democratic republic, I declare a year-long holiday festival on the great mountain of Moriascoso.
A festival?
To commence immediately.
People came from far and wide to the great mountain city to celebrate their history. And with that celebration, a spectacular Reckle festival pageant.
Love that's a rainbow.
I never saw.
And everyone was truly happy.
Especially those who got reelected.
But not everyone was celebrating.
Why not?
Because there remained a quiet but steadfast group who resented losing the riches and power their Omata ancestors had once wielded.
And there were others, like the Perha'i people, who had been neither Fuli nor jury.
Like the consultants. Good catch, Sweeney. The jury consultants had been jobs held by many Perha'i people for generations. And surely they didn't believe in celebrating this new nation.
My people have known this land long before it was Etymos, since it was a land called Perhala-Shai.
And our people have no desire to celebrate this new nation that will soon one day crumble like those before it. This new nation refuses to recognize the Perha'i as the true sovereign caregivers of this land.
Oh, who cares about the stupid Perha'i? Everyone else in Fajuri wants for nothing. And that's a reason to celebrate!
Though the Perha'i protested the festival, everyone else gathered around, mouths filled with juicy loquats and mugs filled with aquaberry wine, to be entertained by the truth-tellers of the Reckle Festival pageant.
And as they masticated and slurped, their tension seemed forgotten, as soon as the curtain went up and the distractions began.
And now, the Teflgard traveling players present a show within a show. A retelling of the legend of Lorena for the Reckle Festival pageant. Curtain up!
I celebrate Lorena, she woke me with the sign that I'd been waiting for years. She said to hurry to the palace, and before I knew what she was doing, we were really flying past the sky and stars above us, moving quick as we went by. But soon she gathered rebels in the square, armed consultants everywhere, but we marched and didn't care. Sweat and sulfur in the air, she said, it has begun.
It's a prophecy fulfilling, it's the old way we are killing, it's the chance if we are willing, cause it has begun. It's a change we have been smelling, it's the workers now rebelling, it's their tales we now are telling, cause it has begun.
Oh, once I had nowhere they could run, we had their place surrounded. I fought hard and won and put an end to all their malice, and before I knew it, we were deep inside the golden palace. So you can't believe how ugly all those riches made me feel. But soon consultants stormed in from behind, didn't see them, we were blind, took what cover we could find. No new tactics came to mind, they said it has begun.
It's the prophecy fulfilling, it's the dissenters we are killing, it's the blood we now are spilling, cause it has begun. It's the change that we are quelling, put an end to this rebelling, and these tales that we've been telling, now it has begun.
But Reckel-Remeth did not know how to go on, let alone lead his people to victory. He prayed to Lorena for a miracle.
And by a miracle, the angel Lorena with golden butterfly wings appeared to him once more and said,
Reckel-Remeth, the fight is not over. Take out my wings and you shall return victorious.
What they won, you saw yourself, they won. They put us on the run. There's nothing we can do to stop them, cause they won. You saw yourself, they won. The dream was nice but done. There's nothing we can do to change things.
But Lorena said,
it has begun. This is only the beginning, so I think that we are winning. Like we will one another anything, cause it has begun. This is only the beginning, so I think that we are winning. Like we will one another anything, cause it has begun.
And then Lorena whispered an ancient prayer in a language long forgotten that only Reckel-Remeth could understand.
Ancient prayer like Salabian?
Older than Salabian, more mysterious.
And with her ancient blessing, Lorena performed yet another miracle and transformed Reckel-Remeth into the man made of stone. Where did you get those gloves?
Yeah, you tell her to shush. The festival was such a success that I got reelected and did it every year. Everyone got involved.
Almost everyone. The Perha'i people never participated.
Why do you waste our resources and hard-earned taxes on silly festivals to make us feel good about a government that has become lazy?
We need new air transport.
In school.
And you never replaced the jobs you promised the Perha'i when you abolished the consultants.
Hush now! Leave the Perha'i be. There's no booing at the Reckel-Remeth festival pageant. In this free society, everyone can speak their minds, even if their ideas and opinions are wrong. Yeah. We may not agree on how we see things, but I'll certainly die for your right to continue to speak your opinion. And you know what? I truly believe that.
It's a prophecy fulfilling, it's the old way we are killing, it's a chance if we are willing, cause it's finally begun.
I was trying so
She's been gone a long time. Will you? Of course.
I'll go with you.
No. No, I'll go.
You're injured. It should be me.
Shall we? Enter Kima Kafugi, descendant of none other than Kairos Kafugi, former advisor to the founders.
My family worked hard for our money.
They enslaved fully people.
And it was wrongly taken from us. I vow to reclaim my family's status, and I will do it the Fajori way.
What does that mean?
It means that me and some like-minded friends will find a politician who believes that the draconian laws put in place by Rekal Rimith should be rolled back. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that politician gets elected. This is a democracy, after all.
How would she even do that?
Oh, it's as easy as sploof, kid.
If you got money.
So in the year 511, T-O-L-L.
As the nation wanted for nothing.
As no child went hungry.
And each and every citizen led a bountiful life.
Kafugi and her fellow backers started the
Association for a New Omata. But I thought the Omata was bad.
Not to me. I can see ahead of us, freedom fighters, a new nation where we are free to enter new enterprises without the harsh and brutal restrictions from our oppressive government.
Soon, the Association for a New Omata was backing the most exciting young candidate for National Democratic Leader.
She was born of a Fuli father and a Jury mother and goes by the name of Bizreva Ban. I have a feeling you're the future of this country.
Funny! I have that feeling too.
Bizreva Ban had everything the A&O could ask for.
Good looks, charisma,
and greed. For the A&O knew the only thing that could ensure their power was an army of eager followers who wanted just a taste of it.
So, Bizreva Ban, under the management of Kima Kafugi and the A&O, took to the campaign trail like lightning to a tetanus beam.
We're calling for a change to the harsh laws that are keeping regular citizens oppressed and robbing us of our potential.
For did not Loretta call on us to fight injustice?
Yes.
Did she not call on us to change? To be the change we want to see in the world? I see how great our nation can be, and I can lead us closer to that greatness. For I am a representative of what happens when you take the best of both Fuli and Jury cultures and combine them to create something entirely new.
But with every promise the politician made, Kima Kafugi came closer to realizing her own dream.
No! Did they change the law?
Just listen!
Bizreva Ban made a lot of promises along her campaign trail.
Promises that sounded beautiful.
Promises that sounded comfortable.
Promises that sounded inevitable.
And with the pockets of the former Omata hoisting Bizreva into the spotlight, certainly one thing felt inevitable.
And now, the Trafalgar Track Players present Politics of the Inevitable.
Tonight we're gonna solve the problems of the world.
Tonight all the colors of our skin are swirled.
There is no cruelty, there's only creation.
Tonight we're gonna love like penguins in the wild.
Tonight we'll discover like an eager child
every creature in every nation. There is no reason why you and me can't live, can't love together.
There is no reason why we can't live in peace.
pollen, every bee will scatter the earth with love's pollination. There is no reason why you and me can't leave, can't love together. There is no reason why we can't live in peace and love together. Sister, sister, we need change in the world, and we can be that change. We can be that change, gotta be the change you wanna see, and we can be that change together, together.
Be the change you got to see, the change you got to be, the change you got to see. Be
the change, be the change, be the change, be the change, be the change, be the change. Tonight, we're gonna start tonight. Be the change, you be the change tonight. Let's know it starts tonight. Tonight, we're gonna start it tonight. When you it starts tonight. Let's know it starts tonight. Yeah. Sister, sister, we need change in the world, and we can be that change. We can be that change. Gotta be the change you wanna see, and we can be that change together. Sister, sister.
chains since birth, that they might forget troubles of the earth. Cast us, can you hear us? Cast us, are you near us? Cast us, come and take us. Cast us, don't forsake us.
Are you finished yet?
How dare you? Can't you see we're in mourning?
If you won't pledge allegiance, you will all be dead soon. I don't want you to die. Stop it! No. Yes. Yes. Where are the others? Sweeping the block now!
They're performing the funeral, Salashad.
The other troubadours! Don't toy with me, you know what I mean.
There's only us.
It's really just us.
Silence!
Do what you want to us. Just don't hurt the child.
Why would we hurt a child? We're not monsters. We don't need to hurt any able-bodied person so long as you pledge yourselves to the crest. This imaginary crusade will end one way or another. Why should those who can serve the crest lose their lives? No. So long as you don't go running for the sewers, anyone who wants to live will live. Of course, if you do choose to run, I can't guarantee a stray bullet or a sulfur bomb won't kill you on the way out. So, best to pledge your allegiance now. Fine. Shall I call the executioner? Is that what you want? Specialist, problem in the air Kaye 2.4. Women and children are present. What? How? Keep this entire perimeter on lock. If any of them try anything, terminate the entire radius. You have until I return to reconsider. I'll have the executioner ready.
Can we have a moment? It's not right you standing over us like that. It's not right.
I already let you sing your little song. Isn't that enough? You want to get me killed too?
A plausible deniability.
Just take the pledge.
Are they with power
don't know that one.
My marshal used to sing it for us at camp after lights out.
Your marshal sang at camp? Talk about bravery.
He paid for it eventually. We all did. Some of us were lucky enough to escape.
Can I hear the rest of the story?
Of course. It is our duty to tell the tale.
But you have to remember every detail. Promise?
Every detail of detail. You're genius to make that joke.
I promise.
It's our last chance to pass it on.
No, it's not. There's only 3 of them. We can still run.
They have snipers, explosives, our coordinates.
And there's no way to make it out of this burrow once they start sulfuric sweeps.
Not without their uniforms.
There's an idea we can try.
I could do it. I could get one of their uniforms.
It's too risky. If anything goes wrong, the child will die. And I'm not having that.
So what do you want us to do? You want us to just
Are you crazy?
You all haven't seen it! I was out there. There's absolutely nothing left. Water's poisoned. Bridges burned. Even the sewers have been swept. We have to face it. We're going to be cold. The only choice we have left is how we'll face it.
There's another way to make it out of here.
Absolutely not. You took a vow. We are troubadours.
Bearers of the truth! And staying alive would allow us to bear that truth.
You're ready to betray the ocean! Any second!
I would never do that! Tell them I would never do that.
They would never do that.
We're wasting time. And one way or another, we must pass Vox Populi along.
We can pass it along if we just make the dumb pledge.
How can you even think of going back there?
Their pledge stands for more than just words.
But none of it even happened, though, did it? It's just a parable.
The tale's not true.
Don't listen to this nonsense. A parable just means that a story is extra true. They could be back any minute.
Hey, you agree with me, right?
You think they're just gonna let you two shack up together in the colonies? Surprise, we all know you two are together. And oh, it's so cute, and so what? I mean, it's honestly the worst kept secret of all time. And you think they care? Do you know what they do to people like you? If you're lucky, they'll separate you. And if you're not so lucky, you'll be food for their cattle.
I love you. But they're right.
No.
They're right.
So none of this ever happened?
Listen to me. Everything in this story has happened over and over and over again. Everything in this story has happened so many times that the names and places don't even really matter, because what really matters is not the actual events, but identifying the patterns of the events. Learning the ways in which we can keep it from happening again. Do you understand?
To break the pattern. Exactly.
The only way to break the cycle is for every person alive to know the cycle.
Right. Every single person.
And we dedicate our lives to the task.
It's okay. Don't listen. I got you. It's okay. Hey, look at me. Hey.
you be scared when you have the Teffel Guard traveling players to entertain you. Okay? It's gonna be okay. We'll protect you. Chapter 6. Chapter 6.
From selfishness to complacency. It was a strong and noble time. It was a truly freeing time. It was a graceful, pleasant time. And then the foolies wanted more. And then the juries wanted more.
It was the year 526 in the time of Lorena, and things certainly changed.
It was a rich and epic time. It was an ample, lavish time. It was a tranquil, bloodless time. And then the juries wanted more.
Jimmy Pukafugi, you guessed it, descendant of the same Omata elite family. Since the Treaty of Reclamation was found to be unconstitutional, my family has more money than we can think to do with. Baba of the Fajori people of the mud. There are golden palaces all across the clouds. And one day, I won't go to bed hungry anymore. Just you wait. I'm gonna own a palace in those clouds.
It was a hard and stressful time. It was a truly painful time. It was a hungry, famished time. And the people needed more. The poor and starving needed more.
Enter Edwin El Mitrio, a very young man who got into politics to make a difference for the people of the mud.
I know that if we put the minds of our great government officials together, we can help my people.
The minds of the great government officials were fine with how things were running.
I'm fine with how things are running.
That's how the system works, fair and square.
If mud people need food, they should grow it.
The art of it's just fine. Reinvent, we make the problem mine.
I want to make the system better. I promise the people of the mud.
Who be people those promises anyway? Just remind them.
This is
a truly hopeful time. This is a fair and equal time. And if they're needy all the time, just work a little more. That's what we gain your freedom for.
Anyone in this great nation can have more if they just work harder. After all, Missouri is the greatest nation the world has ever known.
Complacency. When that's just how it's done. Why fix what isn't broke? Why start what has begun?
always worked for me, saving them a bit of money on their taxes.
The taxes fund infrastructure, and schools, and social programs to keep my people afloat.
You'll have plenty of time to figure that out once you're reelected. Lowering taxes always gets me back into office.
But your constituency are among the wealthiest.
And the hardest to please.
The future of my people will be at risk.
If you don't want our help, that's fine. It's been nice working with you these past few years.
Complacency. The how, it's done all right. Why teach a fish to swim? Why curve the palm in flight?
And I promise you all this, that I see how hard you're struggling. And if reelected, I will work tirelessly to lower your taxes so that life is a bit easier for you down in the mud.
But tax cuts provided only momentary help to a struggling people whose economy was in a free fall.
They're still angry at me. They think that the entire economy is my fault.
It's just how the economy works.
It goes in cycles.
It can't be helped.
But can't they see I'm trying to help them?
You just need to remind them how great our nation of jewelry can be.
Yes, give them hope.
Something to live for.
Another festival.
A national competition.
Ah, brains.
Bronze, beauty.
All of it.
Chapter 7.
From complacency to apathy.
And so, in the year 575, during the time of Gwin, the hungriest of people finally had something to distract them. When the national competition was founded. A competition of just about every category you could think of.
Swimming and building, inventing and throwing, running and making and sculpting and knowing. Swimming and building, inventing and throwing, running and making and sculpting and knowing. Isn't it great? It's a great, great nation, a great, great nation of celebrities.
Suddenly, the people of Fajori had new heroes to look up to and forgot about all their troubles. Just ask this young voter.
I can do it. I know the song. Just pretend I'm wearing the Nathisha makeup.
Sure. Excuse me, miss. What's your name?
Hi, Mr. Reporter. I'm Nathisha of the Mud.
And Nathisha of the Mud, what do you think about the flailing economy?
The what?
This election could end up deciding the fate of the economy for years to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, an act of apathy.
I don't really care about my hungry neighbors. I don't really care about rising costs. I don't really care about pay for workers. What does that even have to do with me? I don't really care about my education. I don't really care about math or science or history or literature. Oh, what do I even need to know that stuff for? Seems like a waste of time to me. I don't really care about the news and stuff. None of that stuff even matters. I'm just gonna end up in the fields like Dad fighting battles with our bladders. The system's rigged against us, so why should I even care? No one in the government does anything, so I don't even care. But I care about
And they say he cheated, maybe? And maybe he did. And maybe she deserved it too. 'Cause why is Kill Me Kabuki even famous anyway? People think she's pretty, but I think she's just okay. 'Cause Braggart's got a win this year, and he just got a cool pink jacket. So I got a cool pink jacket. And I heard that he likes to eat Maluthia with red beans, and I wanna eat them now, too.
Red beans? No, I don't even like red beans.
Hey, I like red beans.
Me too.
Yeah, let's not judge things by how they look.
To Regina.
To Regina.
Funeral? This doesn't sound like a funeral.
We sing. We celebrate.
I shouldn't have to remind you that singing is illegal. I don't want to have to hurt anyone.
Aw. I was looking forward to getting roughed up by you. I see the way you look at me.
We're deciding what to do, and it's getting heated. That's all.
I'm getting hot for sure.
You should pledge allegiance. The corporation has kept us alive for hundreds of years. It's the only way.
We just need a little bit more time with our customs. Please.
Keep it down, will you?
And so, the people of Virginia became obsessed with the competitors, turning them into celebrities and following their every move.
Hey, stop. We're just gonna keep going? We should be actually discussing our options.
I could take that guy. I know I could take that guy.
All right, we're almost finished with the tale. I want to hear the end. Please.
A bit of warning, kid. It's about to get dark. Really dark.
Scary?
Worse than scary. Hopeless.
Hey! Leave him alone.
Hurry then.
Oh, you are not.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8. From apathy to dependence.
The jury happiness and national pride soared just as the economy continued to fall.
And if times were hard for the many people in Fulguri, there was always one group that seemed to remain unaffected.
The Perhaï.
Things for the Perhaï never seemed to change, and the Fajoris began to resent them.
Ladies and gentlemen, presidential candidate Isaberg the Uniter.
The Perhaï people threaten our national identity. They don't celebrate our holidays. They don't use our national banks. I'm not saying they're traitors, but they're certainly not Fajulrican.
And the Perhaï would respond.
This too shall pass like every government before. We know this land as Perhala Shahi, and we are the true caretakers of it.
Isaberg the Uniter was a charismatic man. Living in the clouds but born in the dirt, he had the support of the ANO and the Hokafugi clan. Isaberg the Uniter had a wild, ambitious plan. Should the Perhaï to our enemy make voters believe Perhala Shahi is so unfajulrican? And he'd say,
our nation is the greatest nation. Our nation is the greatest nation. And my declaration without hesitation, our nation is the greatest nation. The Perhaï people single-handedly are tanking our economy.
they don't shop at our stores. They grow their own products. They're a threat to our very existence.
And the Perha'i would respond.
Ignore this man's foolishness. Our people were here before, and we will be here long after.
But a young journalist of Perha'i descent took Isabel's words quite seriously.
Rudiper the reporter.
Now, Rudiper the reporter was a very wary man. Seeing how these trends might trigger his ends, he begged all his friends whose virtue never bends to speak up against his plan. He'd say,
Isabel the Uniter is a crooked, evil man. Using anecdotes to make us scapegoats, examine his quotes, he'll throw all our votes into the garbage can.
But they'd say,
our nation is the greatest nation. We sympathize with your frustration. The first obligation of our proclamation protects our rights and our votes from elimination. Our nation is the greatest nation. Our nation is the greatest nation, where any poor foolie can rise from their station, and helping each other remains our true vocation.
You're overreacting, Rudiper. What do you think could possibly happen if he gets elected?
I think we could lose our freedom. We could lose our democratic republic.
That makes no sense. And if the Perha'i love the jury so much, shouldn't they stop calling it Père Lachaise anyway?
You're not gonna vote for him, are you?
Rudiper, think about it. Why do your people have their own banks?
The Perha'i are the very ones who under Edimus law profited, punished, and imprisoned us all. And they tried for years against all our fears to invoke the tears of the consultants' call. They want this nation to fall.
I think something terrible is going to happen here.
We Perha'i have always survived.
Yes, but that means that terrible things have happened to us before, right? We've had to just survive over and over, haven't we? How did we survive? How will we know now if we need to flee?
The Perha'i do not abandon our homeland.
Isipur, 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 Isipur.
Citizens of Missouri, your newly elected Democratic leader, Isabel the Uniter.
Our people of the greatest nation face poverty and soon starvation. My administration holds that obligation. The prophet Shabastia once made this proclamation: bloom where you're planted, and we must bloom right here and right now. But there are a few who refuse to bloom. Perhaps it's time that we plow.
He must be stopped.
They won't stop till they see our demise.
Oh, that's right.
They won't stop till they see our demise.
Don't believe anything they
They
say.
won't stop till they see our demise. We allow these traitors an equal say in our laws and wonder why our nation is in decline. Our Lord and Savior, Lorena, told us that the only way to move forward was to change. Yet these traitors refuse to change.
Yes!
Good God!
And in the year 620 TOLL, at the annual Greco-Roman Festival pageant on the great mountain of Muliascosa, that the unthinkable happened.
A bomb fell atop the mountain, causing an unstoppable mudslide, sending it into the crowd, killing thousands.
And now, the Tefilgard traveling players present, with great regret, Terror Management.
It was the Perha'i.
No, it had to be.
They're traitors to our nation. It's a terror spree.
Surely they're to blame for this catastrophe!
Nobody's safe for their treachery!
No, we would never hurt this nation. There has to be an explanation.
Their eradication is our only salvation, for they are the ones who brought on this altercation. They claim that this land is theirs, but this land was gifted to us by our Lord and Savior, Lorena
and liberated through the miracles of Breckle-Brimith, the man made of stone.
No, we would never hurt this nation. There has to be an explanation. He has this narration, but it's all fabrication.
The Perhai people threaten our population. In this unprecedented emergency, it is I, your elected leader, who must protect you. And therefore, I hereby proclaim that anyone who speaks out against our nation or refuses to claim it as their own is hereby an enemy of the state and will be punished for treason.
But that goes against the first proclamation laws. So this is how freedom dies, with applause, with applause. The echo of our demise is applause. It's applause. It's applause.
Great people of the greatest nation, our nation is the greatest nation. That nation, all enact legislation. That our nation is the greatest nation. Make that declaration without hesitation, or else you're a traitor to the greatest nation of all.
Is it time to run, 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 run?
It is in times of panic that we must look back at how our ancestors dealt with the threats they faced. And so, it is my honor and privilege to announce the united forces of the Fajulri Nation!
Rudapur had wondered when it was time to flee, when he would no longer be able to escape.
He thought that there would be a sign.
He thought that there would be more time.
They all thought that there would be more time.
And then it started.
Rudapur's friends,
The Perhai.
the poets,
The rebels and the scholars
began to disappear.
And Rudapur knew he was next.
He begged his old friends, but no one would listen.
They see it. They see it all happening.
They saw it all happening.
And no one did anything.
What could they do, really?
I can't do this by myself. I'm powerless against the state.
He is powerless against the state.
My friends have disappeared.
His friends have disappeared.
Should I flee now? Is it too late?
He published articles.
But they wouldn't listen.
He sought out neighbors to take a stand.
But they wouldn't listen.
He shouted from every corner and into every corner he could.
But they wouldn't listen!
No one would listen.
Just say it, Rudapur. Say it for jewelry now and you'll be fine.
Say it, Rudapur.
It's terrible, I agree.
But there's nothing I can do.
Say it.
There's nothing we can
Your
do.
fight is inspiring, Rudapur.
You're a hero.
A true hero, like our Lord and Savior, Lorena, with wings of pure gold. You know what you should do? You should run for office.
Yes, Rudapur will save our people. Vote for Rudapur.
Rudapur will save us.
Rudapur.
Rudapur will save us.
I can't run for office unless I disavow my heritage! I can't. Without the right to be myself, I am already dead. I can't save you. Don't you see? The system is broken. I can only become a part of it. It's too late. It's broken.
You can fix it from the inside.
Yes, like Sebastian the Wise said, you must bloom where you're planted.
Vote for Rudapur. Rudapur will save us.
And people kept disappearing.
No!
And now, an act of contemplation.
One stop to the end, my friend. I'm through trying to pretend, but you just put me on your altar. what I could do, you'd think a little less of me, 'cause I can't stand to be no savior. And as it stands, I'm your savior, so just wake me when I'm dead. But I can't stand to be no savior. And as it stands, I'm your savior, so just wake me when I'm dead. I'm ready. Strike me down and wake me when I'm dead. Take me now, I'm ready. Strike me down and wake me when I'm dead. Take me now, I'm ready. Strike me down and wake me when I'm dead. Take me now, I'm ready. Strike me down and wake me when I'm
United forces of the Fajulri nation broke down his door and disappeared him.
I am disappeared.
The last hope for the Perhai, the last hope of breaking the cycle.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared. I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
I am disappeared.
Chapter 9. Final chapter. And from dependence back to bondage. And just like that, the cycle was complete.
The Fajulri people had given up their rights in exchange for a false sense of security.
And in the year 628, yet another mudslide, and Isambard the Uniter proclaimed.
This extreme
extremist violence will be retaliated quickly. And until all of these traitors have been stomped out, we cannot trust our elections.
And Fajulri never had an election again.
Within a year, every Purha'i had been executed or been made to pollinate in prison camps.
Which were plentiful.
For their mere existence was now illegal.
And the secret is the song that we must pass along.
The song is a pattern, deceptive and strong, and we must pass along. We must pass along.
Chapter
From
1.
bondage to spiritual faith.
Chapter
From
2.
spiritual faith to great courage.
Chapter
From
3.
great courage to liberty.
Chapter 4.
Liberty to abundance.
Chapter 5.
From abundance to selfishness.
Chapter 6.
Selfishness to complacency.
Chapter 7.
Complacency to apathy.
Chapter 8.
Apathy to dependence.
And the final chapter.
Oh, and from dependence back to bondage, back to bondage, and from dependence back to bondage, back to bondage.
'Cause all good things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end. But every end is a beginning, so goodbye. And that concludes our tale for you tonight.
That's the end.
You have witnessed the cycle.
From harsh beginning to bitter end.
The tale of Vox Populi.
Did you see it?
I don't know.
Do you see the cycle?
Maybe.
Power is not given up freely, but freedom is.
Remember every detail.
What if I can't?
And remember the truth.
See the cycle and break it.
And if you can't, then see the cycle and hold off the inevitable for as long as you can. Do you understand?
To break the pattern.
Yes. Tell as many people who will listen. All of the other children in the camps.
And when you're finally free, it's your turn to break the cycle.
Stand up against every small act of tyranny along the way.
And watch for signs as they surface.
Break the cycle?
Yeah. Break the cycle.
I don't know if I can.
Here. I've been working on a new song to help me feel brave. Will you sing it with me?
A new song?
Stop.
All right.
Okay.
Just sing after me. Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Reveals to me.
Reveals to me.
Such clarity.
Such clarity.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
It tends to see.
It tends to see
reality.
Reality.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Can never be.
Can never be.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
It follows me.
It follows me.
Eternally.
Eternally.
Oh, history.
Oh, history.
It holds the key.
It holds the key
To the bourgeoisie.
to the bourgeoisie.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Oh, history.
It calls on me.
It calls on me.
Having endlessly.
A monopoly. Oh, history. There's no guarantee. What comes to me? No mystery. How it comes to be.
You're not willing to die for freedom.
No mystery.
How it comes to be.
How it comes to be.
You're not willing to die for freedom.
No mystery. How it comes to be. It's no mystery. How it comes to be. It's no mystery. How it comes to be. No mystery. How it comes to be. You will die in tyranny.
No mystery.
No mystery.
How it comes to be.
How it comes to be.
If you're not willing to die for freedom,
You will die in tyranny.
when history, it summons me.
It summons me.
I'll let it be.
I'll let it
should have fled.
There was never a scenario in which we were going to make it out of here tonight. But we saved the child. Whatever is in store for us, we'll face it together with great courage.
The executioner is here. Please, I don't want to see anyone else hurt.
You have to start resisting. You have to. When you get scared, just remember our bravery.
Get in a line, on your knees.
You murderers! You
Get
murderers!
on your knees, you filthy terrorist!
Don't touch me. No.
On your knees! Get on your knees!
Just don't hurt the child.
On your knees or the child goes with you. Stop! Can we make this quick so we can get out of this temple of sin?
No.
Elias.
Yes?
Will this even make a difference?
I have to believe it will. I have to.
And do you believe in the tale, in what the Ushaha teaches?
I have faith. Yes. That one day we can be a society that can break the cycle.
You really think it can exist?
The idea exists, and the idea is beautiful.
But they exterminate us so easily.
It's because what we're doing, what we've done, is working.
Silence! We will now accept pleas for mercy from all children, women of childbearing age, and strong young men.
Go ahead. It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
As you're told.
I miss my boss.
Enough!
It's okay. Just stay strong. Go ahead.
Well,
I pledge allegiance to the crest of the Resource Conservation Corporation.
very good. And the rest of you? This is your last chance to vow allegiance before termination.
Yes. I vow allegiance to the Resource Conservation Corporation.
Good choice.
I'm sorry. It's okay. God, we don't have to do this. Going back to that life would be worse than death.
Take care of the child.
No one gave you permission to speak.
Stop!
You don't see it now! But this is all gonna end. This entire entity, this entire world, including your great corporate nation, will end. We are the beginning of the end.
Silence!
Silence? You may be able to silence us now, but you will never silence what we stand for. We are troubadours, bearers of the truth, and we will not go quietly! From the moment I saw you, I loved you, and I swear that's no lie.
Shut up!
I hate to see that it's over, but you can't say we didn't try.
Begin the color.
All good things must